it's a party, it's a party. Got my I'm not ducking it. Please step up. Grocery, yes, we are back. Plus every feeling. 20 on my right wrist, 30 on my left wrist, 100 on my neck. I for my respect. 20, 10, I'ma blow the whole check. In a club flex, that's a party flex. You know how we ball. All I know is ball. Every dollar in my pocket, I'ma spend it all. When a
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Just a single game here at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Spurs. And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. Pass to Smith. Jackson with the screen. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Now, here is Siakam. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And for Siakam, great. He almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Greg, something to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
Over in the corner, Barnes. The three-pointer is right on target.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Smith for three. Siakam pulls it in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. This will be the first game this season against this team. He knows they're great rim protectors, but he doesn't want his guys to back down. He told them, push the action, stay confident. You may get one sent back. Don't let that deter you at all. So, Kevin, they're going to keep trying to be aggressive all game.
All right, David, sounds like they're plotting GA to try and overcome some pretty stingy defense.
Yeah, the play calling is going to be key here, guys. You can't afford to be predictable.
Yeah, they can't beat these guys with blind luck and talent. They're going to have to outthink them.
Not a fast start here for the Spurs. Looking for the first basket of the game. In the corner, Smith with it. Looking to end the run. And the layup by Jackson.
And they can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target.
Barnes outside. For three, Van Vliet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Here's Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame.
Fournier for 3. A rebound by the Spurs.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
On the wing, Giannis. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Trent with the wide open look. Taps in the tray.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Toronto leading by 4. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 7. Kicks it out to Allen. Here's Siakam. And that one drops.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside for Jackson. From outside the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Pass to Fournier. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And great find by VanVleet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And here is Trent outside. Nailed from three-point land.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Outside Fournier. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. No good there. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Down low. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
Pass to Jackson. Shot from the top of the key. And it's San Antonio with another. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Toronto. Siakam outside. Screen by Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Allen has to be in the conversation for the best roll man in the league right now. Look, he sets solid screens, and then he's an efficient finisher down low.
Pass to Jackson. And it's good off the back rim and in. Jackson's got 9.
That makes him 4 out of 5. He's getting to his spots and just going to work right now.
Over to the left wing. Tries the spin move. The drive by Siakam. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game. So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
Raptors timeout. Get out of your seats, Spurs fans. Make some noise for your Hype Squad.
Carter with the screen. Smith surveying the D. Back to Carter. Stolen by Allen. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 4. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors. Barnes grabs the miss. And here are the Raptors now. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Raptors leading by 5. Picked away. In transition, here comes San Antonio. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
During the draft, scouts talked about Carter's ability to space the floor. Hit 41% from distance in college.
Van Vliet attacking. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Toronto, they had shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. San Antonio making a switch here. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. Spurs trailed by 4. Carter with the screen. Edwards inside. Pass to Carter. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 9. And here's Carter. And he hits it to tie the game up. Carter's got 7 points.
punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense. See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days. And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Now here's Van Vliet. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. And they get it. A rebound by the Spurs.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And now, the first timeout called here for the Spurs. Raptors making a switch here. San Antonio leading. To the paint, and Barnes sends it back. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Shoots. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
It's been all Van Vliet tonight. One of the best undrafted players in league history.
And it's Smith penetrating. Drills the three-pointer. He has 6.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Van Vliet with it. 14 points for him. Here's Barnes. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Right side, Edwards. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Pass to White. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Barnes. No good from outside.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
Back to Van Vliet. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, and he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense.
The Raptors, 32.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs. Raptors trail by 5. Siakam outside. They double-team Siakam. Here's Walsh. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like he was just another day at the office.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much. We can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
To the wing right side. Stolen away. It's White on the wing. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Schroeder. 4 on the shot clock. Over Edwards. And that one goes long.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now here's Schroeder. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the wing on the left. Here's Siakam. And again, no good by Toronto. Spurs leading by 7. Giannis with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Pass to Timmerman. Here's Gorbenko. Adams, a nice D.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. He's got 9.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The drive by Siakam. Top of the key. The rebound by the Spurs.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now here's White. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career three-point percentage stuck below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But it's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguardable.
Now here's White. Screen by Siakam. And again, Toronto no up.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Raptors. They trail by 14. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
And the Raptors call time here.
Taking 2 shots. San Antonio, let's give it up for your
And that one falls for White. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
So it's the Spurs now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Here's Smith. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Nice move. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences. Get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Driving the lane from deep print. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And here is Barnes. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Rebounded by Jackson.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
And it's Smith missing.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Out to White. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Barnes looking around. Pulls from the top of the key. Rebound by Smith.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Get there.
From the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Now, here's Fournier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. It's Trent on the wing. Pass to Jackson. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed. I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Can't hit from in close. Raptors trailed by 17. Barnes with it. Now Smith defending. Now Barnes. Back to White. With a floater. San Antonio with the rebound. For 3, Smith. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
And the Raptors call time here. The Raptors making a switch here. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. 17-point game. Screen by Siakam. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. So it's San Antonio now. 17-point lead, their biggest. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Pass to Jackson. Carter with it. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. Going inside. That one's good. Just his 3rd make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
And the handles and confidence of Siakam both have grown just so much. Zero hesitation taking that one to the rack.
Carter with the screen. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And we know Carter Jr. has put work into his jumper. There you see the results on display.
To the inside. It's stolen by Carter. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
San Antonio calls timeout.
San Antonio timeout.
And who's coming out of the hardwood now? Get out of your seats, sports fans. Make some noise for your first.
There's a minute 34 left now here in the second. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it.
San Antonio ball.
Just 5 on the clock. Fires, high post. And that one, good. 14 points for him.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
To the middle. It's stolen by Carter. One-on-one fast break. Off target from outside. Raptors trailed by 19. Barnes with it. And it's Trent picking him up. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Carter. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
Van Vliet way outside. Shot clock reset for Toronto. Here's Fournier. Carter pulls it in. San Antonio leading by 21.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Here's Siakam. Lays it up off the glass. Siakam's got 6 in the quarter.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
And so it's San Antonio taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Screen by Siakam. Here's the break. The finish. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
And with that wingspan of Allen, you always have to be aware of where he is because he will block a shot from pretty much anywhere.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Pascal Siakam.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now, here's Barnes. Back to Van Vliet. Barnes, right side. From past the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Fournier for 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Back to Van Vliet. Barnes outside. Stolen by Jackson. And they're on the break. Here's Trent. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Now Jackson. Following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Jackson.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Now Smith. Following the miss by Fred Van Vliet from deep. Smith. They get it back. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jared Allen. The Spurs shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Jackson hits both of them. Now here's Van Vliet. 14 points for him. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The shot's good from Fournier.
And dialing up the 3 ball, he finally puts it into the 14-0 run by the Spurs.
Jackson up top. Shoots it up. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Siakam with it. 10 points for him. Looking to get it going. And he lays it up and in. Siakam's got 12.
And wiry strong, Siakam just snakes inside and makes a nice play off the contact.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs? Both free throws good from Smith.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Barnes the screen. Inside. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And the pick and roll delivers. VanVleet making the right decision, giving up the rock.
Pass to Trent. Back to Giannis. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And I can't think of a higher percentage look than that. Giannis, one of the best ever working inside.
Here's Barnes. And another basket for Toronto.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Smith. 12 points for him. Here's Jackson. Pulls up on the wing. Comes up short with his 12th attempt. He has made 8 shots. It's Fournier on the wing. And here is VanVleet. 14 points for him. Pass to Barnes. Misses the layup.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And an aggressive inside play there from VanVleet, not letting the foul deny him from getting the shot off.
San Antonio making a switch here. And he's good on the second. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Now, here's Trent. 8 points for him. Kicks it out to VanVleet. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Coming onto the floor for your Spurs.
Toronto with the ball. Barnes outside. And the dunk by Barnes.
It's great whenever a big knows how to handle it. Allen sharing the wealth.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Lets it go with the 3. And they recover it. Smith on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Allen with the rebound. On the wing, Barnes. He's got 10. Allen outside. VanVleet outside.
San Antonio foul. Ronald. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Ball stolen.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
And the Raptors call time here. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
And you can always count on VanVleet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Trent outside. Back to Giannis. Clock at 6. Doesn't go, only his third miss in 9 tries. And here's Toronto. They're on a 14-6 run. On the wing, Barnes. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Right side, White. Good work defensively by Carter.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots from 14. And it's White with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
The nasty handles of White, just so gifted at putting on a show with moves like that.
And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Here's Van Vliet. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Smith with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Toronto. And Giannis's journey, GA, is so incredibly compelling. A full-length movie made about his and his brother's path to the NBA.
Well, you hear that saying, my life is like a movie. Never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek freak.
Hits the three-point bomb. 19 points in the game.
And he knocked down 4 triples in the first half. You got to stay in his hip pocket.
Allen outside. Van Vliet outside. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 15. A 3-ball connects from three-point range. White's got 6 points in the quarter.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And the Raptors making a change here. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes. Toronto foul. Walsh. First personal foul. 14 foul.
1:58 left in the third. Here's Edwards. No good that time. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And Siakam has it in the corner. In transition, here come the Spurs. Edwards leading the charge. And it's Toronto with the rebound. .129 left in the third quarter. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Toronto working the ball around now. Screen by Siakam. 5 on the clock. White with it. Picked up by Edwards. Here's Walsh. Driving in. And no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Gorbenko. And it's off the back rim. No good. Pass to Schroeder. tipped. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
White with the drive. That shot misses. And no good that time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points.
54.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So it's San Antonio now. Outside Jackson. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Here's Barnes. He sinks the 11-footer.
And he's been much more assertive here in the second half, getting to his spots, executing with ease.
Outside Jackson. Over Siakam. Jackson misses. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Raptors. And it's White missing. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Back to Jackson. To the left side wing. Puts up a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. No good. He's made 9 of 15, shooting an even 60%. Pass to Schroeder. Over in the corner, White. The three. Timmerman with the rebound. And the Spurs with possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Dennis Schroeder. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but, Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Back to White. Teardrop shot. And the layup is good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
It's Jackson atop the key. Barnes grabs the miss. Siakam, right side. Here's White. That shot missing. And the Spurs going the other way now. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Here's Timmerman. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's White. Pass to Siakam. Can't connect from short range. Left side, Edwards. Schroeder outside. Now Siakam. Over Jackson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Pass to Zimmerman. There's the pick. The tray. Rebound by the Raptors. Looking to get back on track here. Siakam's shot is off.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot. It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
And so the timeout by Nick Nurse here.
Substitution on court.
Now here's Schroeder. Adams outside. Schroeder with the ball. Back to White. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Offensive rebound. Out to the wing. Pass to Mitchell. To stop the drought. And it's good on the way in.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's Schroeder. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
Lang. The Spurs getting another chance here. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Tries yet again. And it's White with the rebound.
Even with a big goose egg by his name on the shot chart, the team is somehow managing just fine without him.
Pass to Schroeder. Here's Fournier. Shoots the 3. Drills it from outside.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Outside Edwards. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. From the top of the key. A shot off that time. And Toronto will go the other way with it. And here's White. It's Fournier on the wing. Offline with his 3.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
Outside Edwards. And for a lot of up-and-coming teams, getting better defensively is the key to reaching, Greg, that next level. That being considered, what's the first step in that improvement?
A lot of times it's bringing in a great defender, like a Pat Beverly or an Andre Iguodala, a defensive anchor who also inspires his teammates to take that challenge.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Timmerman. They set the pick to the paint to end the cold streak. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them. straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Outside, White. Great D that time from Edwards.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates. Oh, and look at what this fella can do. Beautiful.
Now White. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff. Something to think about.
Here's Edwards. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
White looking around. Pass to Adams. The jump hook. Yep, that one goes.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Edwards. Fournier pulls it down.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And both free throws good for White. San Antonio leading by 19 points. For three. Timmerman can't hit. Here's Toronto now. It's Schroeder with the drive. White up top. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Spurs lead by 19.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Spurs.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Edwards. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Raptors ball.
Outside, White. Missed. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great
speaking the rocks. Just got the word you been missing. You ain't just about for the block. That don't mean that you safe. I didn't say that I'm not. I just rather she put in. Most of my partners be cute. Where I'm from, but when rock this is. We be kissing the sun. Go back to investing in. Joda might chrome. Straight free the Mac to the top of my lungs.
Free my with no Devin put them like the finish sun. Caught a op and I ain't have a Mario Chalmers. Ever since then had a been a look at who I learned from. Want respect, then you gotta earn some. Want to strike, then you gotta some. Free my with no they Devin put them like the finish sun. Caught a op and I ain't have a Mario Chalmers. Ever since then had a been a look at who I learned from. Want respect, then you gotta earn some. Want to strike, then you gotta some.